Hey guys, how's it going? Neo here, and today I kind of wanted to talk about a weapon that was very overpowered and is now in some serious need of buffing. As you can probably tell by the title, I'm talking about the Babyface Blaster and how it has just really gone from hero to zero over the past couple of updates, starting with gunmetal. Gunmetal kind of destroyed this weapon, and I would actually put it in one of my top 10 worst weapons in the game. Like, seriously, this thing is absolutely atrocious of a scattergun, and honestly, there is no reason to equip it nowadays. So a lot of you already know what this weapon does. It builds boost when you shoot people, and that gives you run speed up to 40% faster than the original Scout, and you have reduced clip size. But what really made this weapon so bad? And it was the damage on hit. So basically, if you took 30 damage with this weapon, you would get completely destroyed and lose all your boost, and basically, you're a sitting duck to be destroyed and die. Because this weapon is really just a weapon that you run in, you punch, and you escape. It's just one of those playstyles where you go in, you do some damage, and you get the fuck out. And normally you won't kill anyone because it's 4 shots, and you're not really made to sit there and DM like other scouts, for example. And what happens when you take this away, the ability to escape from a situation? You die, and it turns a decent weapon into something very bad. And so first things first, we're going to go over what really made the Babyface Blaster that overpowered for them to nerf it to this extent. And in my opinion, I don't think it's really the Babyface Blaster's fault, more of the fault of the servers that Valve runs and the engine and just Source in general. So, as you probably know, if you used to fight Babyface Blaster Scouts, sometimes the hitbox would detach from the Scout's body because the Source engine wasn't really built for someone to move 500 hammer units or whatever crazy amount it is. It's 520 hammer units per second, and the Scout usually runs at 400 hammer units, and that's the fastest thing in the game. And so this kind of janky hitbox has made it really difficult to hit the Scouts that were moving this fast, and also the fact that they're actually moving this fast. So that plus the speed of the Scout, it just kind of made it a bit too unpredictable and difficult to shoot them. Yes, you could take them down with a rocket launcher, and if you're a soldier who knows how to predict Scouts, or you can zone someone into moving a certain way, then you've got them, but apart from that, usually they could just run away and escape from the situation, because that's what it was made to do. So I propose a little bit of a change to this. I've put up some mock-up stats that I just thought of, in the shower, because shower thoughts are a thing. And so the new Babyface Blaster stats would be on hit, build boost, max boost is 100 damage. Run speed increased by 40% at max boost, minus 34% clip size, minus 10% slower move speed on wearer originally when you don't have the boost. Boost reduced on air jump, and here's the clincher stat. This is the stat where I think it should be changed. Boost slowly reduces when not dealing damage, minus 15% boost per second, 6.6 seconds until fully gone. And dealing damage stops the boost drop for 1.5 seconds while regenning some of the boost you got. Now, these aren't finalized stats because I've never actually used them and I don't know how to. If someone could do that, that'd be really awesome. But this is just a mock thing, what I think would be fair for the Babyface Blaster. So this would bring the original kind of playstyle of the Babyface Blaster back in a more fair fashion, where the Scout couldn't just run away forever and they'd actually come back and have to not be a coward the entire time. Because there was an issue with the original Babyface, is you go in, you deal 100 damage, and you just run around in the backfield just annoying people and not doing anything for, like, the entire game. Because you could be very effective doing that because of your just insane movement speed, and this would kind of stop that, because the Scout would technically lose stamina, and, 6.6 seconds in, he would not have any stamina, and you could outrun him with, say, another Scout, or maybe just a soldier's rocket, because he's much easier to predict when that happens. Now, I know how a lot of people felt about this weapon beforehand, and how annoying people thought it was to deal with, but I really don't like seeing it this way, and I'm a bit biased towards it because it was one of my favourite weapons, and the nerf was necessary because it was a bit cheap and a bit powerful, but I don't think it needed to be nerfed so hard that it was unusable. So hopefully Valve can come see this video and they can have a test in their own labs and see how this new stats that I've thought up on my head actually work out in game. and hopefully we can get a couple more weapons that are more viable, because right now in TF2 I feel like they've nerfed so many weapons that nothing except the stock is really viable anymore, and it kind of sucks because TF2 went from this extremely wacky game to like no, you can't have this, you can't have a weapon, be able to do this and get away with it, whereas it was just an alternate playstyle for the weapon, and it was less bland than just using the original weapons all the time. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed my little discussion video, I guess, about the Babyface Blaster, and I will see you all next time.